everybody, my name is Sherry. Welcome to my stamp studio. I have a real quick video for you today. So before we get started, I'll show you a couple cards. I want to remind you that during July, for every $50 you spend on an order, you'll get a $5 credit to use in August. So make sure you keep those emails with those credits. It's a little bit like kind of Kohl's Cash, you know, so it's buy the stuff you love now, and then you'll have some free money to use in August. The card I'm going to do today is part of my Quick and Easy Summer series. So I have a couple of the past ones that I've done from that series. They're all cards that take 15 minutes at the most. Today's does maybe because I got a little bit of stamping, super quick, super easy. Today's doesn't even take any special tools, just a paper trimmer. So these are all ones you can go find. The set I'm going to use today is Happiest Day. This is another card. It's a quick and easy one. See, just a little bit of stamping, let the beautiful paper do the work for you. This is one of our new online exclusives. And then you can get your cards made that you need and be out to do all the summer things. So here is the set I'm going to use again, Happiest Day. It's standalone set. It doesn't come with any special pieces. So just get the colors that you want and throw some stamp pads and some mostly white paper. And then you could even come home if you're taking it on the road. You could stamp a little bit while you travel in the car, in the airport, at the cabin, while you're at the campground, and just then finish them off when you get home. Super easy set. Then to make today's card and tomorrow's card that I'm going to film just a little bit easier, if you follow me, you know that me and some of my friends are getting together once a month. So we were getting together once a month and we were doing template cards, but then and we were doing a scrapbook page. But the scrapbooking, it comes with such a level of guilt for some of us, because you know, you got to get the pictures, you got to pick the right pictures, then you make a beautiful page and the picture doesn't always match. So it's still a work in process. We all have scrapbooks, and we do scrapbooking, but to do a page that you can have everybody have their pictures on, we're finding it was a little bit difficult. So then last month we just did this card, and then we were like, oh, well, that was super fast. So this month we're going to do 2 cards. So every month we're doing a template, and then we were making a larger version and did the scrapbook page. So we've decided to get through all 20 templates. This is on page 22 of the current annual catalog. If you don't have one, let me know. I'd be happy to send you one if you don't have a demonstrator. This is notes from Try It class, I think. Move that, it's bothering me. I keep lots of notes in my catalogs. So this month we'll be doing this one and this one, these 2 templates. So today I'm going to do this one. We haven't met yet, and we may not have met by the time I film the other one, but when I get all the rest of their cards, I'll do a video to show you 5 different designs using these 2 templates. So this is the one that I'm going to do today, and it will be the ones when we get together. We call it a shoebox swap. Everybody will make. So really the star of the show is this beautiful glimmer paper, and it comes in the most recent release of In Color Glimmer colors. So there's 5 different colors, all glimmer colors. My original card doesn't have this black piece on it, but as I was cutting paper, I thought it really just needs something else to kind of pop that. So I've been working at my other table, so some of my stuff is going to be over there. So you can see on the template, it had a large panel, and then it had 2 panels, and then because I was using 2 of these, I wanted to be able to stamp my words, so I added a 3rd. Because just because it has that picture doesn't mean you have to stick to the law of what that is. So that's the layout, and you can kind of see that from the catalog. And sometimes I fill them in with stamps, sometimes I use designer series paper, sometimes you may want to use a folder. So it just depends, but that you can see is the layout. So let's take our 2 pieces that we're going to stamp on. I'm going to use, well, I'm also going to stamp on the inside. I'll do that first so I don't forget. Often I stamp on the inside and then I forget to do it on the video, but I want this done. So it's just how I want them to make it when we get together this week. So this says, wishing you the happiest birthday. And it's a super cute little font. And then I'm going to use a ton of the dragonflies out of this set to kind of make my background paper over here. So I'm going to go ahead and use one on the inside of my card. Then over here, I just want to kind of fill this up. Oh, mercy. It's a good thing there's two sides to every piece of paper, huh? I need to press better. When I film, my head's not where it normally is when I stamp. So sometimes the pressing issue is an issue. I don't want to fill all this up, and I want to make sure, oh, I did it again. I should not be talking, but you know, it's photopolymer. It's an easy fix. Look at that. I want them to kind of all go different directions. This time I'll make sure I press everywhere and don't just keep talking. And kind of fill up this background with a whole bunch of dragonflies. They keep coming and visiting out by the pool as we're swimming this summer. So it's a great, not only is it quick and easy, but it's a great summer card. Now remember, on my template, these are going to go through the middle of there, so I don't need to waste my time stamping all of that. So we've got that. Then on this little guy here, where did I put all my images? I'm going to use, for the front of the card, there's a little word, tiny, tiny little word, and it says, hey. This one may actually be too thick. I'm going to have to trim this down. It was just, how many times do you end up with scrap paper like this on your desk? So I just had this scrap, but it's going to be a little thick. That's a little crooked. I'm making the most of all of the sides of my paper. I'm going to move it down so I can see it better. So if my head's in the way, better. And then there's this tiny little line in this set. So we're going to make use of the tiny little line and kind of fill in. So on this, I'm just going to add some lines across, and I may end up trimming all of, like, the length of that down. Maybe one more when I get it on the card. It'll just kind of depend on how long I want it to be. So we've got that. Then I'm going to take my tiny little lines and just pretend that this was background paper. So I'm just going to fill some in. It doesn't have to be perfect, but because it's photopolymer, it's really easy to see where you're stamping with them. This tiny little stamp is one that you could just leave on your desk. It would be great if you accidentally smudge. How many times have we accidentally smudged a finished card? And if it matches the style of the card, if it's a little bit of a whimsy card, you can just use this to fill back in. You do want to make sure that you stamp every time, like I'm re-inking every time, because I don't want it to be gray. I want it to be nice and a strong black color. And if I stamp off, it's going to be real light like that. And I want them to kind of all match. Remember, this side right here is going to have stuff covered up on it. And if it doesn't, then I'll go back in at the end and add them, but I'm not going to waste my time because it's summer. And I literally have plans to go out to my pool this afternoon. So I like to do my quick and easy cards in the summer, and then in the winter when it is cold and gray, I have far more time to stamp inside. So the dragonfly is two-step stamp. You could paint those in if you want, but quick and easy. And this has a great little pattern in it. So this is peach pie. It also makes it nice, like on this one where I kind of flubbed it. When you fill this in, it covers up your little flubs. Filling all of the tops, and with peach pie I have my card open, so I remember to get that inside dragonfly. If you like to match your envelopes, then do one on the outside of the envelope or do a bunch on the flap of your envelope. And you can see where I got my colors from. Peach pie and petunia pop. I haven't used petunia a lot, so I wanted to make sure I pulled it out for this. There's the inside, and then just flip the wings over. Petunia is a great color. It's a little bit pink, a little bit purple. So it's a pink with a kind of a purple tinge to it. Although it looks more purple when you first stamp with it, and as it dries, it's a little bit more pink. If you're painting with it or coloring with it, then you could put multiple layers and get it a little bit, if you want the purple to stay. But it does dry a little bit pinker than what it originally looks like. And see the little polka dots that are in the pattern? Get this one over here. It's done. that's all the stamping. Now we just have to put it all together. Oh, here's one. I have like 4 of these. It's about time I do another giveaway of the little doilies. And the reason we have doilies is because when we all get together on Wednesday and we all bring our phone folder, then you know whose is whose. Let me grab my tiny little trimmer. I do want this to be a little bit smaller, not a lot. Just pop this in here. So it's a smaller than scrap size. Oh, I was like, what did I do? But I remember now I stamped both sides. So I'm going to put this onto the black. And this is the part I'll show you the other card that I did. And because I've stamped the inside, I want to make sure I get this on the right side. I didn't add the black on the other one. I just felt like this would pop a little bit better if it had the black. And then just lay these on. These are cut 1 by a little less than 4. Let's see, it's plenty. I'm going to offset them a tiny bit. But I didn't waste any time coloring stuff up that was underneath. And then let's see, did I leave this big enough that I can get it dimensional? It looks like it. So I'm going to add my dimensionals, and then I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive right in the middle. And I have my black cord. I'm using on both of my cards. I have a little bit of a theme going because once I had stuff on the table, I'm like, hey, I'm just going to use this again. So you want to start on the back. So just get that going back here. And then I'm just going to kind of wrap it around. And I want it to go different directions because it's a little bit of whimsy. That looks good. Oh, scissors. I own like 10 pairs of those. So even though I've been working at the other table, I should have scissors here. Okay, I'm interested. I'm going to hold it with the end of my dimensional. Make this go through there. There we go. Turn that off so it's not sticking out the bottom. And just line this up in here. Do I want to? No, I'm not going to trim it. That's pretty good. And I still have my embellishments to put on. Isn't that cute? Super easy. And if you grabbed this pack of paper and you're taking it with you, then just grab all the new in colors and black ink. Because the set has like a little sunshine. It has this little rainbow that you could make. You could make a ton of little note cards or tags to give somebody as a gift. So this then is the in colors in embellishments that match the paper. So let's grab one of the peach pie. And then let's get to the petunia pop. Normally I like 5, 7, 9 embellishments, but this I don't want to cover up from, well, I thought that wasn't, it's just a fuzzy. I thought it was a smudge. If it was a smudge, I was going to end up covering it up with an embellishment, but I just want to kind of highlight this little hay here. So super quick, super easy, and a ton of fun. Hey, wishing you the happiest of birthday. Oh, and look, I got a little smudge there. That's when you need your little, here, let's fix it. We'll just make it look like it was part of the card. Take our little lines, and I'm just gonna line it up. So it's got a little peach pie right behind it. And now it just looks like it's part of the card. I think the ink wasn't all the way dry when I shut it. So here we go, and this is with the black layer. This is the exact same card. Look at the difference without the black. I prefer it with the black underneath. I think it just makes this panel kind of pop. So come back in a couple of days and you can catch all of the other cards that I make, that my girlfriends design, and have a great one. Bye.